Howdy, Matt and Preston, Nomad Church Collective, coming to you with our fall update video. And we just have been so excited about the things that have been going on from the summer into fall. One super personal announcement we want to make is Rachel and Preston had their baby.
We did. His name is Desmond Quinn Searcy. We are just so glad to have welcomed him into the world. And so many of you have been generous with your prayers, with helping provide diapers and onesies and other supplies that we need. And we are just so thankful for all the love and support that our brothers and sisters in Christ have shown us over the past few months. So I'm going to show a picture as I'm talking right now of our beautiful baby boy. Just thank you all so much for your support during this time.
Some other cool personal stuff going on at Lydia, as well as myself and our whole family. We were able to go on a missions trip to Guatemala and really get to love on the communities that are down there and just work with the local churches and just be able to care for a lot of the folks that are down there. It was a huge blessing as well for ourselves. As why you go on these trips, it seems like so many people are pouring into you as well. So you come back physically tired, but just emotionally and spiritually rejuvenated. So it was a really cool thing for us. We also want to share some really outstanding, awesome things that have been going on here at the Outpost. We have so many awesome church partners that are throughout the community. One of which is Forward Church, and we were having some issues with towels. You know, we were able to provide showers here. When we initially opened up the showers, we thought we'll never need towels again. Well, somehow towels just, for lack of a better reason, they just walk off sometimes. But we were able to partner with Forward, and they were able to provide a ton of towals for us.
Yeah,
and
they
so
made an ask for 50.
Yeah.
I haven't counted. It's way more than 50. So thank you so much, Forward Church.
Huge blessing. That goes a long way to show hospitality for our guests here.
We also had partnered with Hill City Church for a serve day. And man, there were so many people here from Hill City serving and loving on us and on the building. They did some landscaping for us. They helped us organize our supply room. They did some artwork on our chalkboards. They deep cleaned the bathrooms and the showers, and this place had never looked or smelled better. And we're just so thankful for Hill City.
Yeah, the outside of the building is just completely just transformed. It's so alive. And it shows the community outside that there's so much activity and just a living thing happening here within the building, and we're so thankful for them. We also partner with Eastside Christian Church, and they recently came down with a team of their outreach pastors and volunteers and staff, and they were able to just come with us and just care for and pray over the community. We got to sit down and talk about our community. We got to talk about the ins and outs of what it's like for us ministering to the poor and marginalized each and every day on a day-to-day basis. And then we're able to go out in a few groups and be able to pray over the community. And that was such an intentional and just amazing time to just connect with them and connect with our community.
So a question we've been getting a lot as we approach the holiday season is, are we going to do a Thanksgiving meal? Are we going to have a Christmas meal? Are we going to be doing things for the holidays? And we're partnering with other organizations to arrange like gifts for the people we serve and that kind of thing. But we are going to have 2 holiday meals. The first being a Thanksgiving meal. We're doing 2 days before Thanksgiving on November 22nd. We're going to have a lunch. We have folks coming down from Crossroads Community Church who will be providing that meal and sitting down and dining with our everyday clientele, and we're really excited about that. So if you want to come and join us, we'd love to have you down here. Again, that's Tuesday, November 22nd. We're going to start at noon and go till about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that'll be a great time to fellowship and just connect with the community and with one another. Another thing that we do is this will be the 3rd year that we've been able to do this. It'll be our Christmas Eve breakfast. And this has just been an amazing time to just come together, to really connect with one another, celebrate Christ, and just celebrate just the relationship that God has fostered over the year. And this is going to be another opportunity to do this. We've also talked about this year adding an element of worship time to the breakfast, and so that's something that we're looking to do this year, and so we'd love to invite you to come down and fellowship with us as well. I think that's Saturday the 24th this year.
You know, something we love to do is share stories, and sometimes we have an avenue to do that really easily. Sometimes just the day-to-day stuff that's on our plate can take our attention away in a great way because we get to serve and minister to people. But a story that comes to mind that's been kind of going on for the past few months is a good friend of ours. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was someone who found herself on the streets for the first time in her 50s. And we've been able to welcome her in and, help her get her ID stuff figured out, help her to try to build some relationships with other people, which has been cool and great. But to me, one of the coolest things that has happened is some folks who we know who they're not necessarily working for Nomad or volunteering for Nomad, but just people who are believers who love Jesus. They interacted with this woman and have been able to reach out to her and kind of become a second set of parents to her. She lost her parents a few years ago, and it's been a real struggle. And they've just been able to care for her and walk with her to find some stability. And they've connected her to other ministries. And sure enough, she's staying in a shelter. She's working for that shelter through a program. And they just continue to pour love and support into her. And it really just affirms what we felt God has placed on our heart all along at Nomad, is that we are called to build loving, Christ-centered relationships with people, and that is just the foundation of healing, of kindness, and really of the gospel lived out in the children of God. And her story shows just how impactful not just one or two, but several loving relationships can be to a life that's in crisis.
Yeah, what Preston's talking about is just one of several, if not dozens, of relationships that are just actively being poured into and that God has provided for us. And we are just so thankful for these opportunities, not only for us to be able to engage and interact in this way, in a faithful way, but for you guys to be a part of that as well. And so we continue to ask you to pray for that. We continue to ask you to come and be a part of that. Come and see and be present and be engaged and be here to be part of those opportunities that God is providing. They are happening every day all around us, and we invite you to come